Saguli. I'm Oneida, born in Detroit on April 26, 1950. I lived with my grandparents until I was 5, then moved to Dearborn and later Dearborn Heights with my parents. Growing up, my dad drank and didn't come home some Fridays, and my parents fought physically. They divorced when I was 17. Since I was the oldest, I took on a lot of responsibilities. My siblings went on weekend visits with Dad. I promised I would never do that. I was 16 the first time I drank at a friend's house. I didn't like the taste or the way beer made me feel. At age 22, I got in trouble because of my drinking. My coworkers and I bought a pint of brandy and drank it for lunch in the parking lot. It tasted pretty good. When we got back to the grocery store, I passed out. I sobered up the next day and dreaded having to face the store manager. Luckily, he broke his leg and didn't come back for 6 weeks. Eventually, I quit and went to work as an ironworker with my dad. After finishing a job, we'd have a little ceremony or topping out party. By then, I liked the taste of beer. I dated my wife Nanette since we were in high school. We married on September 1st, 1972. The Saturday before, I remember chugging a mug filled with beer and whiskey at my bachelor party. I passed out and missed the party. I never thought I had a drinking problem because I wasn't drunk all the time, nor was I getting into trouble with the law. I just wanted to have fun. Like the time my second daughter was a few hours old, I got drunk because it was payday and the hospital was close to my job in the bar. My drinking really took off when my brother died in September 1977. I was drunk for 2 weeks and crying a lot at work. I didn't know how to grieve sober. Nan and I had 2 daughters. One was born September 1976 and the other February 1980. Things were normal until our youngest got caught shoplifting. Her teacher suggested counseling. At the end of the summer, the therapist told us, "Your daughter is a normal 11-year-old, but I want to continue seeing the 2 of you." Soon they gave me a year to control my drinking. I tried different ways, but couldn't stop. After 13 months of trying to control my drinking, but not wanting to actually quit, my wife told me I've had enough. I want a divorce. She was serious. That was my turning point. My last drink was October 14th, 1992. My brother gave me a big book after he had gotten out of treatment. I saw the word God and put it away. Years later, I got to my first meeting and felt comfortable. The next day, I went to a closed meeting and talked through the tears about what was going on. When I left, I felt a tingling feeling that rushed through the top of my head. I thought, I can do this. It's not going to be that bad. I went to meetings still smoking pot because my therapist said I could. Someone suggested I find a new therapist. Another suggested I do 90 in 90 days. I haven't picked up either since then. My wife was angry for a long time. Then things calmed down. My main motivation was not to have my daughters go through what I did when my parents divorced. The 12 steps helped me get rid of my resentments. Our youngest continued to get into trouble and not come home. That's when I started going to Al-Anon meetings. She got a DUI when she was 23. We didn't find out until after she had a car accident. Then she died the same day I was supposed to get my anniversary cake for 11 years of sobriety. Although we were grieving heavily, we went to the meeting because that's what we were taught. Just go. Sobriety feels good. I have a new house, cars, motorcycle, and go on vacation. I find good meetings and people everywhere. Even with tragedy in our lives, relationships are good, and I am active in my native and AA community. Most of all, I have a new life and better tools to handle life. I've learned that no matter what happens in life, not to give up on my sobriety. It's true. It works. Never give up.
It's been a long time ago. Aspetta che se puede. I lay awake late at night and my don't let me down.